As part of our tour to come and share experience and gather more knowledge from you, because we know a man of many parts. So we have come to tap knowledge and also use this knowledge to develop ourselves more. We are media young people, we are growing, so we need more of people with expertise, encouragement, so that we can move forward. So Colin, let's begin this conversation by introducing ourselves well, because a lot of people, you have not met some of them, like Richard.
Yes, Richard, I've not met Richard, but I know Chidera.
Chidera.
And I think I've met the gentleman.
Of course, many times.
And you, I know you.
So Colin, for the sake of this conversation, I think it will be good for you
absolutely.
to introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Abayomi Dare. I'm a retired colonel, and my primary occupation is security services. I do security services across the spectrum. I want to say I major in security consultancy, provide services, and then I'm a lawyer, and I'm an insurance broker too. So like you said, I'm of many parts. It reminds me when we were back in the days when we were cadets. So there's a subject they call field crafts. So in field crafts, they teach you that when you are out there, you should behave like a cobbler. You should behave like you should be able to blend, and whatever situation you find yourself, you should be able to adapt. So adaptation. So anyway, that's just what I say. So that's me for you.
No, correct. There's one part that I really want to talk about, even if it's not part of my profession. But I love the military very well. I live close to them, and how many of them are my friends.
Yes.
But when you say, you discover nowadays, you see a lot of young people into the military, unlike before. What is the attractive force there? Does it mean that there's something making a lot of young people to go into the military, irrespective of some of the contending challenges that
Well, I don't know what you mean by you see a lot of young people. When I went into the military, I was a very young man. So I don't know.
No, but Colonel, you have a force. You maybe probably you have a motive.
Motive? Well, yes, to contribute my quota, to make a difference. That was why I went into the military, because I remember back then that most of my mates, my peer, most of them went to the university, and I just finished secondary school, and as a young man, I just went into the military, but I made up my mind that I was going to develop myself, and that I wouldn't, because I can describe myself with all modesty as a futuristic person. I look into the future, I look at 5 years, 10 years from now, what's going to happen. So when I looked at, I had an overview in my brain, in my head, and I said, look, you know, the way things are going, one day, you know, you'll see all these young men come out of the Defense Academy, and they'll tell you that they have so degrees and all those things. And exactly what is happening now, because the military academy that we went, when we went there, it was just, you know, it was, you know, what you get is equivalent to an A level, you know, and then you can use that to leapfrog and move forward. But right now, well, not too long after we left, it was transformed into a university. So right now they even do masters. I think they even do doctorates in Nigerian Defense Academy. So and lately I saw a publication that one of the cadets, you know, he broke a feat at that. You know, he scored some exceptional, you know, scores. You know. So they are making waves. They are making waves. So, but for me, well, I after the academy and all these things, I took time off. I went to the university to study law, and I did full-time law. You know, and it might interest you to know that even when I was studying, I was also keeping pace with my military career, because in the military you have to undergo some career progression. You know, you have to do courses, you have to do exams and all that, you know. So to God be the glory, you know, I studied law full-time. I went to University of Ibadan, and then I went to law school before they split the law school. So we tell people that before law school was split, I went to law school in VI, you know, and then it was the only law school. So I graduated there. And then thereafter I did a master's, you know, in international affairs and diplomacy, and I happened to be one of the first set of people that did that in Abayomi Dare University. And thereafter, when I finished my war college, then it was war college that we went. That's is the highest military institution. And then it's affiliated to the University of Ibadan. So I went to do a master's in strategic studies. So did that after war college. So that's it. So
Colonel, you know,
so and then again, you see, back then, to answer your question directly. So back then, you find out that people avoided the military because they felt that it was too much risk, you know. And then, but right now you find a lot of people, you know, again, maybe it's because of the unemployment, you know. That's just an enlightenment. But I think it's more attractive now, since the Defense Academy has become a degree awarding institution. So you don't lose, you gain. And then, and I think it's free. They even pay you allowance.
No. Colonel, you said something. No, Colonel said something now that got my attention.
Okay.
You know, maybe you have to maybe expatiate it. You know, you said that, you know, maybe probably people went into the military in those days because of unemployment.
No.
Now I just talking about the risk.
But back in the days, it was more of a commitment. You know, you want to go and you know. But I said these days, maybe it's because of the level of unemployment. That's why people are rushing there, because at least you are sure of allowance will come in, and then you get your degree.
You don't lose, you gain.
You don't lose, you gain. You don't lose. It's a win-win thing for you, not for both sides. Well, for the nation. Yeah.
Colonel, sir, you look so young.
you are into law, into security services, yet it's not really showing. It's as if you are just hiding one. Is there any secrets behind that? Because I know that these professions are really energy and time demanding, yet you look so strong. What is actually the secret behind that?
Well, you have to make a conscious effort to keep fit, you know, because what you gain when you are flabby and you can't move your body, it's not even healthy. Yes. So I try to exercise. You know, that's one thing I try to do. I try to exercise and keep fit. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
What's motivated you? Because we know you're a man of many fields. Like, what motivated you to keep pushing hard? You did this, you did that, you went from here. What was the drive? What was the motivation behind all this?
Well, that's a very good question. You know, for me, I realized early that you just have to survive. Survival. For me, survival is a motivation because I don't want to. I have responsibility, and you know, I see myself that one of my callings is to help people. So, and how do you help people? You know, you have to be able to even help yourself before you help people. So I get inundated with calls from my community back home, from people around, you know. I mean, I have people working here. I have some people who have been working here in the last 13 years. Yes. Yes. And this, you know, this company has been on now for over 25 years. You know. Well over 25 years. Isaac, am I right?
Yes, sir.
You know. And for me, again, my prayer has always been that the companies, the investments that I've put together, they should outlive me. That's my prayer to God. And I always like to assure, especially for the people who are working, so that their livelihood is guaranteed, you know, so that it's not, God forbid, if I drop dead today, they should not feel that it's the end of their work, so the work, things will continue. So that's my prayer to God, and I know that He will answer me because He answers me, even though I'm a sinner.
Look at it, we are all sinners.
God,
But His mercy is abundance for us. Anyway, connect. You know.
So that is a very good question you asked.
Thank you. I was also going to ask, what advice do you give the younger generation coming up? Like, for people that look up to you, like, for people that take you as their mentor, what advice do you give them?
Colonel, sorry, before you answer that, looking at this generation now, I want you to answer it together. They believe that it has to be the sharp way. To the extent we now have Yahoo's Mothers Association. So there is no longer room
even the mothers are into Yahoo?
No, they now have associations. They are the mothers of Yahoo. They meet, and it's a registered
concern.
Yes, a registered association or thereabout. So now, what do you have to say to the younger generations that are coming? Is that the right way, or hard work still pay?
I tell you that even in the course of our discussion, I already answered that.
Some of these questions.
But to answer you directly, hard work pays. And you see, people must look at acquiring skills. You must look at acquiring skills. You must think outside the box. Because you don't just sit down, fold your hands, and expect that manners should fall from heaven. Or you go and start sleeping in a church and expect that miracle will happen. That somebody will just wake up and give you 1 million. Well, even if they give you 1 million and you don't know how to manage the 1 million,
The problem.
you'll be back to square
One.
Zero.
You know, I'm not. Please mark my words. I'm a Christian. No, I'm not saying that there are no miracles, but you have to walk. You have to walk. So it's unfortunate. And again, in fairness to this generation, these younger ones, you know, we are in the recent past, we've not had a responsible government. We've not had a responsible government, you know, and it's also an eye opener. People live with reckless abandon, you know. People just squander. You know, we have a squandermanic kind of
Attitude.
yes, attitude. So when the younger ones are seeing that, they are not encouraged. So they are also thinking that, you know, what the hell, I can also wake up and get this and get that and get that and get that. So I will not encourage any youth to go into anything that is illegal, that is untoward. So I will encourage them. I will encourage that, you know, apply yourself. Hard work pays. Hard work pays. You know, don't be ashamed to, even if there's a menial job, as long as it sustains you. As long as it sustains you, it's better than going to look for shortcut, and then shortcut you get caught. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
Okay, correct. It's just like you made mention of honesty.
Honesty.
Yes.
Integrity.
Integrity. You know what we wrote about you this morning is exactly some of the things that raised. You know, from the commentary we wrote this morning that to just portray some little point that we said that it is important to celebrate those who have made it in life through hard work, focused lifestyle, and by extension, in a very honest way. Colonel Barrister Dr. Abayomi Samuel retired belongs to these categories of persons.
Thank you.
So we have just described you in just a sentence. If you like, you may say phrase instead of trying to talk about stories.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah.
Okay.
No, let me allow you finish.
So the question here is that it seems honesty has disappeared in our own generation.
It has not disappeared.
No, that's why I said it seems. So
Okay.
it's a proper ability.
Yeah.
So the question here is that how do we begin to build more people with honest mind to do things towards the development of Nigeria?
Yeah.
Because we are seeing a lot of people in the popular way, Japa.
Yeah.
So how do we build these values?
Yeah. Well, I think there has to be a change of mindset. A change of mindset, a reorientation. You know, a reorientation. So, and the individuals must work on themselves, and the government too has a role to play here. The government must also show that it is responsible. Are you getting my point? You know. So I believe that people just need to work hard. Just need to be honest. Just need to be honest. You know. Talking about working hard. I mean, in my case, the God factor is always there. That is one. Because, well, even at that, I was retired from the army as a colonel. It's not that people who are generals are better than me, but I give all glory to God. So if I had just left at the colonel and just fold my hands and didn't do anything to help myself, my pension as a colonel cannot even pay my bills. You know. So like I said to you, in life again, it's good to identify your purpose. So what are you on this earth? What do you want to do? What are you contributing to mankind? For me, as an individual, my main primary purpose is to try to lift people, to mentor people. You know, I might not have all the resources because I have limited resources. I have not had any political appointment. I have not had any free money. And I'm not looking for free money anyway. I'm not. If it comes, fine. But I'm not. I work hard. You know, I have my clients when they pay me. I manage my business. I pay my staff. I pay myself. I pay my bills. And whatever little that I have people. If you come to me with a problem of 20,000, if I cannot give you 20,000, if it is 1,000, I say, nah, no vex. So,
Can I speak in Igbo now?
I speak Igbo, I speak Hausa, but not Igbo. I don't hear Igbo. I hear small Igbo.
The minor ones.
Yes. So, I you know, I make sure that no matter how little I touch people. So that's it. And I encourage people to do that, to mentor. You know, even though you find out that some young youths, you talk to them, it goes in here, it comes out. But some still retain. There are still good ones. There are good ones. There are. I'm not paying you people lip service. You are youths, but you people are responsible and responsive. You know. So in life, you must humble yourself. When you humble yourself, your humility will catapult you. It will determine your altitude, and your attitude generally will determine your altitude. So you must humble yourself. You must take it easy. And in talking about humility, I commend Mapodu. Mapodu. You know, you've known each other since. Sometimes I said, look, I don't have time. But you know, you don't take offense and all these things. So your perseverance has brought you this far. Now you can even just walk into, minister's office. You know, the other time I think, the deputy speaker of the
deputy senate president.
Senate president is somebody that you were also, So I encourage you people to not to give up what you have identified to do. Continue to do it and continue to improve on it. And I also want to advise you people as a media house that try as much as possible to do due diligence. Don't be a partaker or a carrier of fake news. No, it doesn't pay you. Rather, it will bring down your name, your reputation. So you must guide your reputation. You carry it like a crate. Carry it like a crate of egg. When you do your work, do due diligence and make sure again that your I's are properly dotted and your T's are well crossed before you deliver to the public. Because you are providing a very, very important service. So that's all I need to say right now.
I want to thank Kone for this privilege to interact. It's part of our annual, if I say ritual, correct? To our patrons, Kone is part of our culture, part of our crew. Let me use the word crew because you're no longer, you've been with us a very long time now. So you're no longer not just a patron, you're already an insider. So we thank you once again for the privilege to interact with you, and we'll do our best. Living in Nigeria, we know that Nigeria will be great. So that's why we don't believe or share the idea of Japan. We have to build this country ourselves.
Nigeria will be great.
Certainly.
Nigeria will be great. And in fact, Nigeria is a great country. It's already great. God has created this country great. It's just that we need to look at it and tap into all the greatness, the potential, all the potential that it has. This is the only country I mean, Nigeria is a great country. Some of us have had the privilege of traveling out. Each time I traveled out, I can't wait to come back to Nigeria. You know, I can't wait to come back. You know, here I am, you know, in my own world. You are meeting me, so it's comfortable for me. It's a wonderful, it's a sweet country. If you know about, and we are blessed that we are not even suffering, catastrophes. You know, like environmental issues. You go to places, you hear tornadoes, you hear tsunamis, you see, or earthquakes, you know, all sorts, fires. You know, but here we are. Here sometimes we have flood. You know.
So that was what you know, the 2022 Afrikanwatch event which you chaired. You know,
was it in 2022?
Yes, it was 2022. It was 2022. April 2022. Okay. You know, one of the commentaries there, written by this current minister, you have to find that to read it. Yes. One of the vital points of that write-up was that Nigeria is a great country.
It is.
We don't have tsunamis, we don't have all these natural
disasters.
Now what we have, our natural disaster is bad leadership.
Bad leadership.
So maybe you have to go back to that man.
Yeah,
he wrote extensively on it.
No, I've always known that it's a common knowledge, and I did say it. I said we don't have a responsible government in recent past, and we are hoping that this administration will change the tide. That's what we are.
Once again, Corey, we thank you, and this is the last segment of the interview, and we are grateful. So I think the next thing we do now is what we brought for you, our Christmas gifts, which is presents. This is our 2024 Afrikanwatch Almanac, and these are the patrons we are choosing for this year. So it's a continuous process. And next year we'll pull other personalities. Because if we put all of them, it won't continue.
Yes.
So we just chose 12 for this year. This is the first time.
Thank you for making me one of them. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.